Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Taylor Swift's biggest fan,
Thanks.
Melanie Miller.
Am I her number one fan?
Well, you're by far the number one fan of hers I've ever met.
Okay.
And I've met a few, but you are just like take it to a whole different level. And I'm not even saying that as a compliment. It's a lot. A lot of the time it's a lot.
It's a compliment to me.
So we're going to talk about Taylor Swift because she's here in LA and everyone, particularly Melanie, is very excited.
Yeah.
And finally, we'll tell you the most bizarre thing that's in Beyonce's rider that she takes on tour all around the world with her. It is such a surprise to me. Anyway, into Taylor Swift. Look, Melanie, I'm just going to wind you up and let you go. Tell me about Taylor Swift. She's in LA. You're going tonight.
I'm going tonight. I would first like to mention a quick shout out to Charlie's wife, Erin, who got me little Taylor Swift thingies that go on the Crocs.
Yep, little giblets or whatever they're called.
Truly the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me in my entire life. We have 1989 Taylor, Red, Taylor's version, Taylor on the piano singing All Too Well.
Do you own a pair of Crocs?
I don't, but I'm going to get them now.
Oh, wow, okay. My wife should have got you the Crocs too.
That's okay.
I'll let her know. Maybe she'll do that.
Okay, I won't say no.
So you're going to Taylor Swift tonight.
Yeah.
Are you got tickets, obviously?
I have tickets, thank God. I fought the Great War.
Oh, you got, okay. You got
Taylor Swift reference.
How many Taylor Swift concerts have you been to?
I've been to 3 so far.
And this is the 4th?
This is the 4th.
Okay, so it is pandemonium here in LA. The security they're using for the Taylor Swift is at the same place that the Super Bowl was on, and it's the same level of security, but for many more days because she's here for what, 6 nights?
6 nights. She added a 6th night at the last second.
Oh, okay, did she?
Yeah.
It is just this. We talked about it yesterday on our TV show, but this is the biggest music tour in the history of music.
Yeah.
Probably not to be repeated.
And the next time she does a tour.
Maybe. Did you see the merch lines? Like people waiting outside?
Yeah.
Like at 4 a.m. or something? Oh,
I feel like very lucky because I got like the best merch, the number one sought after piece of merch you can get because my friend works from the tour and got it for me.
What is it?
It's just the blue hoodie.
The blue hoodie is the one piece that everybody wants?
That's why the lines are the way that they are.
Oh, how did you get your hands on it?
Because so they don't open the stadium till 3:30, and he's in the stadium. So we got in line inside the merch line before any Swiftie could get in. So he's first in line and got me one.
Oh wow! They're probably selling for a pretty penny online right now.
I would never give it up.
Oh, you just never give it up?
Unless it would be to like go see Taylor, meet Taylor, whatever.
Why do you think that? I mean, apart from you just loving on her, saying she's the best music in the world, why do you think that Taylor Swift, more than other musicians today, has this hold on society, like even more than Beyonce, it seems?
Here's the thing, and I truly believe this. Number one, I think she's a really good marketer. So like she does these things called Easter eggs. And like last night, like everyone was convinced that she planted Easter eggs to reveal that she was going to announce Reputation last night, because I won't get into the weeds with this.
Please.
But she was holding the phones up and everyone thought that the clue was 8-3. 8-3 was last night her first show. And every single Swiftie in the world was watching her live feed on TikTok, waiting to see if she would announce Reputation. Sure enough, she doesn't. She has a way of keeping...
What do you mean by announce Reputation?
Her Reputation Taylor's version, her re-records.
All right, this is already in the weeds for me.
If you get it, you get it. But she's re-recording her albums and putting them out.
Yes.
So everyone's hanging on her every move to see if she's gonna do it. It's just genius marketing. Number one.
Yes, she's a good marketer.
Number two, I truly believe that everyone like gets on Taylor about how all of her songs about her exes, which they're not, but like she is so vulnerable and she expresses things that we're all feeling inside but too afraid to say. So we connect with her in a way that nobody else was, because some of the things that she said, like she's just very vulnerable.
I've always wanted to shake it off and finally she said it. Like, you know, is that one of those?
Oh my
is that like one of those? Thank you for sharing that with us, Taylor.
How dare you? How dare you?
What else can we talk about Taylor? So she sang some never before live songs but last night at the LA show?
I just wish that
You
everyone.
stop banging the table so violently when you're talking about.
Sorry, is that the only time I do it?
Yeah, you do it a lot when you're talking about Taylor banging the table. So she did some never before sang live songs. That's probably not grammar correct.
That's not correct. I wish Harvey would call me up personally.
Oh, it's not.
She sang "I Can See You" for the first time live last night, but every single show she does 2 surprise songs. Some she's never sang live before. Some she has, but she isn't playing on the actual tour. It's not on the set list. So last night she played "I Can See You" and "Maroon." "Maroon" she did play before, but she said that one of her rules is that she'll repeat her surprise songs off of Midnights as many times as she wants.
That's one of the rules?
That's one of her rules.
Oh, what is the surprise song that everybody's waiting to hear? What's the number one thing that she hasn't played that everyone's waiting for?
I would say Cornelia Street.
Yeah.
And "You're Losing Me" is a new one.
I mean,
never been played live before.
Okay, that's very interesting. Bianca Bryant and Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
Were in the stands last night. And wearing a Kobe. Actually, Vanessa Bryant had like a beautiful. It was Kobe and Taylor on stage together. She'd sewn it into her denim jacket.
Yeah.
And then Taylor got Bianca. As part of the live show, she gave her like a hat.
So I'll explain this.
Please.
But I would like to say before we start, I actually, the first time, one and only time I ever saw Kobe Bryant with my eyes was at Taylor's Reputation Stadium tour at the Rose Bowl a couple years ago.
Nice anecdote.
He's a big Taylor Swift fan, actually.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those. He was saying what a legend she was and how she's a hard worker. And yes, if she's nothing else, she's a very hard worker. Like, this tour is already just blowing away every other tour, but I think like she's trying to set records with this tour. She wants this tour to stand the test of time.
Because she has goals, and that's why she works hard.
Yeah, well, she added already dates for next year. Like in 2024, there's more dates being added. This tour is going to be like a 2-year world tour.
I think the reason you don't like Taylor Swift is because literally you guys are polar opposites. Like, she's easily the hardest working person in the world, and you're easily like the laziest person in the world. That's it. I pinpointed it.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't.
Is that it?
I don't understand her level of work ethic. No, I don't. But I'll tell you the reason that I don't love Taylor Swift.
Okay.
People like you, Melanie. It's the Taylor Swift fans. You know, if I could take myself along to the concert and not have to deal with people who support Taylor like they support like their football team, or even more so, it's your way of life.
All men have sports. Give us one thing. Give us one thing.
I know, but you're the sports fan who hits every game of the sports team and is a bit too passionate.
No, the people that go crazy at the Chiefs game, that live and die for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that's kind of lame too, to be honest.
All right. Oh.
You look how stoked you got over little giblets for your Crocs. Like, that's not even that cool, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to you in your whole life.
The one thing that people actually talk about, was that my microphone off the whole time?
No, your microphone has been on, unfortunately, the whole time.
The one thing that I will say that people have never been Taylor Swift fans and go to the concert and they come away with is like the energy and how passionate and how enjoyable it is to be in a room with people that passionate.
Yeah, I mean, if I could go to the Taylor Swift show for free, I definitely would. You know, like just to see, it's like anthropologic. Is that a word?
I don't know.
It's just like seeing how like all of these people are it's like a religious experience to these people.
Yeah.
And just to observe that would be interesting to me. Yeah. But I'm not going to shell out $500 a ticket or, you know.
My friend paid security to get in for $100 last night.
Oh, really?
That's an option. I'm going to do that on Wednesday.
But now it's
potentially, allegedly.
Allegedly going to do that on Wednesday.
I'm just kidding. Okay, back to Kobe and Bianca. So the story is that every single show during the Red era, she's singing her song 22. In the 22 music video, she's wearing a hat. 1989, I believe she throws a hat to a fan on the 1989 tour.
Okay.
So during the song 22, she has a special fan that she has picked out. Security walks her past those like gates that you can't get through and brings them up to the front of the stage. And then she comes out, gives the hat to someone, a very, very lucky fan each show. And last night it was Bianca Bryant.
Wow. That's very, she deserves it. She deserves it.
She literally does nice thing after nice thing.
No, I mean, Bianca, she's had a hard run, you know. The fact that those 3 of the girls went to, the Bryants went to the Taylor Swift show, it was great to see. It was honestly like, you know, a bit of a touching moment, that Taylor's
Yeah.
wrapping her arms around them, and you just could see how happy they were, which is fantastic. So before we move on from Taylor, finally, any last words, anything else you've been desperate to say, and then we'll move on forever.
That's a strong ask. My outfit didn't come in time, which was a devastating blow for me.
Damn it.
So-
Erin's actually, my wife's little friendship bracelet beads didn't come in time either, so she won't be able to hand out friendship bracelets at the show. Okay, on to our final story. Beyonce has the most bizarre request for her rider on her Renaissance World Tour. She's carrying around a bunch of toilet seats all around the world. There's a picture of a container, and the container is titled Beyonce Toilet Seats. And she carts them around in a little buggy everywhere.
What a legend.
A source told The Sun, a newspaper in England, Beyonce is such an elite performer. She can literally request anything. And so what she did is her team made great efforts to ensure she has her own comforts, and a personal toilet seat happens to be one of them.
Well, this is really smart. You sit on
sense.
disgusting toilet seats when you use public bathrooms. So she just has the top, right? So she just screws on the top so she can sit on her own. That's smart.
It makes sense. I wonder if she has some special person that's their job everywhere they go, or she has to employ a new person in every city to change the toilet seat.
Yeah.
It might be someone's job everywhere the toilet seat changes.
I love it.
If she cares that much about it. I was actually looking up, it's a phobia we have about toilet seats and dirtiness. But
I don't, but
they're actually not that dirty at all. They're one of
Are
the
they
cleanest.
not?
They're one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest thing in your house.
I'm not
apparently.
gonna lie. You, well, so you don't do this as well. I guess when you're taking a poop, you do. But the little seat covers.
Yes.
I've never used one
Oh,
anywhere I go.
that's gross, Melanie.
You use them?
Of course.
Are you joking?
What?
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't you use them?
Are you serious?
I don't know what bit you're doing right now. Why wouldn't you use them? They're right there. Someone else's butt that you don't know who it was had just sit on there. Maybe they had all these pimples or rashes or just oozing grossness.
I literally am a disgusting person. I don't think about it. I just sit. It's too much work. It's you got to take it off. You got to unclip the things. Half the time it tears and it doesn't sit right.
Oh,
It's too much for me.
that's gross.
You
Melanie.
serious? Are you joking?
Of course I use that. It's gross.
Of all people in the world, I'd expect that you don't.
I mean, that's a shot at me because you think I'm gross, and maybe sometimes in some capacities I am, but I'm not when it comes to public restrooms. Do you wipe down the seat at least with the toilet
No.
paper? You don't even wipe down the seat.
Oh,
What happens if it had a little moisture on it or something?
well.
Oh, Melanie. Melanie.
Sometimes I'm like, oop, there's a little pee.
There's a what?
Sometimes if I sit and there is moisture, I'm like, oh, maybe there's a little pee on that. Should have wiped. Should have looked.
Should have looked.
Should have looked.
That is disgusting. Man.
I'm so
Oh my
sorry.
God. Well, apparently, I mean, I was looking it up. There's the thing that's most gross in your house is a sponge you use, kitchen sponge.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's 200,000 times more bacteria on that than a toilet seat.
You know that also a very common thing is to get poop on your phone when you take your phone to the bathroom.
Yes.
Poop particles get on your
Yes,
phone.
phones are way more dirty than a toilet seat. Apparently, kitchen cutting boards,
Yeah.
because if you cut meat and stuff on there, there's fecal matter in the meat.
Ew!
Why are you saying ew now when you sit on a
Because
dirty
you're
toilet
putting
seat?
that in your mouth.
I mean, it is just meat, though, at the end of the day. A keyboard you use to type on. Apparently, pillowcases. Your pillowcase is dirtier than a
yeah.
toilet seat. You put your head on there.
Makes sense.
So, I mean...
This is smart.
It does kind of make sense that Beyonce's doing that, but also, I guess, scientifically, it doesn't make sense.
She probably doesn't want to have to get the seat cover out and put it on, so she's like, screw it. Everywhere I go, I'll just put a fresh seat on and it'll be my toilet. That's
Yes.
really smart.
I think it's not too bad. It's not a too bad idea.
Genius.
It's genius. I think more people, maybe everybody in this world should carry along their own toilet seat. And when you go to the public toilets, everyone just latches it on. Don't even make them screw. Just make them some sort of magnets. Magnets on everywhere you go. Magnet toilet seat
like
your
a
own.
foldable one you could pull out of your purse and unfold and
Exactly.
clap it on.
You can give it toilet seats to people for Christmas presents, It perfect. Okay, we did it. We got it. Harvey can do branded TMZ toilet seats. Boom,
My
boom,
friend-
boom.
My friend gave me a toilet seat, a toilet coffee mug for Christmas. It was one of my best gifts.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very interesting fact. Well, enjoy the Taylor Swift concert tonight, Melanie.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys here next week.